Everything we do is going to be about winning. Okay, we're going to learn to do things the right way, and that's the only way we're going to do them. Because if it doesn't help us, we're not doing it, man. That's just as simple as it gets. Win the Super Bowl.
That's
I
good.
mean it too. You know, one of the things that the only reason you become a head coach in this league, in my opinion, is to win. That's it. That's the bottom line. If you do it for any other reason, you're wrong.
Hey, Washington football fans, welcome back. And everybody say hi to our guests. I know they'll be here. The title will get them here. Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so I am loving how this offseason has gone. Not just all the great additions we've made, but with how bad our most hated division rival, Dallas Cowboys, have done. Man. First off, paying Dak, they really couldn't do much in free agency. So, I mean, that was rough. And then the draft, oh, Lord. Man. It's like they looked at everybody and were like, you got a character issue? Get on in here, guys. Come on in. And it's been paying off for them so far in training camp, I hear. So, regardless of all this, Cowboys fans have been out there questioning the legitimacy of our defense and claiming superiority over the division because of one player on their team. I really think they're just trying to convince themselves that they have some kind of chance, but I'm petty as fuck and I'm here to dash those hopes. First of all, let me just say, like many other Washington football fans, I hate the Dallas Cowboys with a burning passion. They call themselves America's team. That's total bullshit. Honestly, that title should have been stripped away and handed to the Patriots the moment Bill Belichick signed on the dotted line, first of all. I hate the team. The players are usually assholes for some reason. I got a real love-hate relationship for Jerry Jones. I really hate the way Jerry Jones acts. I hate his cocky cowboyness. But I love the way he takes every chance he can get to fuck up his own team. Like, we give a lot of shit to Dan Snyder, but he kind of accidentally does this stuff. Jerry Jones has got it down to a science. It's beautiful to watch. I hate the fans. You know, in a purely competitive sport fan kind of way. Like, I don't garner any ill will to you guys, other than I hope you experience a completely winless season. Outside of that, you know, we're cool. We can have a beer together, but your team sucks. I hate the air of superiority that Dallas fans talk with. I hate their delusions of grandeur. The fact they're completely oblivious to the fact that their team is a dumpster fire that's blazing in a boxcar that's heading for a train wreck. You get the, but my quarterback, but my offense. Man, shut up, bro. Your whole team is trash. I don't care what Dak's stats are or his record against the division. There are at least 15 quarterbacks currently in the league I would take over him. Hell, there are some rookie backups I'd definitely take before I paid him $40 million, coming off that compound fracture. All that through, let me just go ahead and throw this off to Shannon Sharp, let him drop a little truth on you, and ask you a question that I want to know the answer to as well. So, Dallas fans, if any of you guys can answer this for me and Shannon, we're both wondering.
The Cowboys are a bad football team. They're bad from top to bottom. Skip, when you look at this team, I want someone to tell me, what do the Cowboys do really well?
Because the way the rest of us see it, like Shannon, them boys, the Dallas Cowboys, now that we've got to check out OTAs and mini camps, I'm even more confident in my prediction. Dallas fans are still out there talking the most, and they're actually playing the victim too this year because they aren't getting all the praise and the hype they usually get. A few mainstream media people are talking about, Washington's chances to repeat. But man, year after year, Dallas are media darlings. And now they're pretending they're the most hated by the media just because the talking heads, a few talking heads, have decided to tell it like it is. Man, get real. Okay, Dallas fans and all the media guys that couldn't pry themselves away, no matter how bad it looks, are still clinging to that one player on your team. That had a losing season, a losing record last year before suffering a life-altering injury. They're clinging to that guy as the sole reason they're going to win. Dak is back. Who cares? The team is in shambles around him completely. The defense added a bunch of players, but somehow stayed the same. The only quality players they added in the draft were at the linebacker position. And that was already their lone silver lining on defense anyway. So, hey, you stayed the same at the one position you were good at and didn't improve any other one. Kelvin Joseph showing why everybody else kind of had that guy as a late third or fourth round because you couldn't count on him. Nashawn Wright, man, he's shining through non-contact drills. Fans are getting hyped, even though contact is kind of the concern for a 6'4", 180-pounder. I mean, you're kind of worried about how he's going to stand up to it being so slight. It kind of reminds me of a time that our dog ate one of my daughter's toys. Sparkles on a dog turd, basically. If I'm missing anything spectacular, let me know. But even looking at the Dallas beat writers, they're like, Mike is good. Nashawn doesn't suck as bad as, we were getting blasted for. But Dak can walk and throw ball. Woo! We're going to win it all. Now let me break down how our offseason went. So, we ended the season by giving the Buccaneers their toughest game of the postseason with a quarterback that nobody knew who played his ass off. We signed that guy to a 2-year deal. Now, he has some injury concerns, so we signed backup extraordinaire Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now, this is something you guys have been clowning us about. And no matter how much you hate on his pass or repeat snarky little comments like, no one has ever said they were a Ryan Fitzpatrick away from winning the Super Bowl. Well, the 2000 Ravens were a Trent Dilfer, a way worse quarterback away. The 2002 Bucks were a Brad Johnson away. That's a pretty comparable quarterback. The 2017 Eagles were a Nick Foles away. History aside, you can't dispute the fact that Fitz has played starter quality football in the last 3 years. Ron brought him in, said it was going to be a legit competition in the offseason. And actually, our boy Taylor that gave, Tom Brady a nice run for the money in the playoffs, he's shining through and he might be our guy. Then you guys are really in trouble. Either way, we're better off at the quarterback position than we were with Haskins or one-legged Alex or our third string Kyle Allen. We had some O-line injuries early on last season, but we pulled it all together. And when we got the right guys in the right places, PFF ranked us the 6th best O-line in the league last year. This offseason, what we do? We upgraded the position. We got a better left tackle. We kicked our starting left tackle over to right tackle. We went after a great guy in the draft. We filled it out through free agency, the draft, and trades. We got Eric Flowers back. All great players. Added great depth and upgrades to our offensive line. So we won't find ourselves in the same position that you were last year. If the injury bug rears its ugly head, we're pretty deep. Our second string can get it done, where you guys were kind of screwed after a hangnail. So, last season, Terry McLaurin was our only reliable receiver, and Cam Sims showed some promise at times as a number 2. Now Cam Sims is going to be lucky to be a number 4 if he even makes the team. Curtis Samuels, we signed him. He's a threat from anywhere on the field, from the backfield, from the slot, out wide, threat from anywhere. We drafted De'Ami Brown, the best deep threat in college. It made our wide receiving core dangerous no matter what quarterback we have in. And we have some nice slot options through free agency and the draft. We got a nice slot guy from both. We'll just have to see who makes the team. Logan Thomas developed last year into one of the top 10 tight ends in the league. He's still here. We brought in John Bates in the draft. He's looking like a great complimentary tight end. And we have freak athlete b-baller Sammis Reyes that could make his way on the field. He's been developing leaps and bounds, and he could contribute this year. Our run game was pretty good last year. Rookie Antonio Gibson looked great. J.D. McKissick looked great as a third down back. Now, we've improved the offensive line, and these guys are, in their second year in the system. They're only going to get better. All that added up production in our offense. But you got to dance with who brung you. Which brings me to the defense. Last year, the second-ranked defense in the league. And it's only gotten better. We get back Matt Ioannidis, our best interior pass rusher, to go along with the further development of the most dominant D-line in football and the youngest. We added a super athletic linebacker in the first round in Jamin Davis. We get the second-year development of Khaleke Hudson, who's showing out. Last year, the lone bright spot we had in our linebacking group, Cole Holcomb, he's looking great too. Our safety group is dominant. We're getting Landon Collins back from injury. And we have Cameron Curl that honestly outplayed Landon's production after he went down with injury. We also picked up a true deep free safety in free agent signing Bobby McCain. Then we upgraded from Ronald Darby, who played great here, but that was mostly because of the line. We pick up William Jackson III, who is capable of top 5 cornerback play in the league. Former first-round pick. He's been graded, the top corner in the league before. We also picked up third-round pick Ben St. Juice, who has balled out in OTAs and minicamp. And I'm pretty sure Ben St. Juice is why, when we picked him, that's what caused you guys to panic and grab Nashawn Wright, so you'd have a 6'4" guy in your mock Seattle system. He's looking ready to start. That's going to push Kendall Fuller back into the slot where he's the best at. Our coaching staff is 10 times better. Scouts, everything is just better. And every move we've made has improved this already better than you team. You are literally just clinging to your quarterback being statistically better. I'm sorry, guys. He's coming off of a compound fracture. He might look okay throwing the ball around in non-contact drills. But week 1, you guys got Tampa Bay. And across from Dak is going to be Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh. If your offensive line isn't up to task, you're going to find out real quick why Dak was so adamant about the money being guaranteed and about the deal being so short. So there's none of that trying to get the money back like with Aaron Rodgers or any of that. Once he goes down, he's going to take that 75 mil and sail off into the sunset. Now, I'm not wishing anything bad on him. I'm just saying, he's in a real bad spot, and you guys aren't doing anything to help him. You're just putting all of your hopes on him. That's not where a quarterback wants it. It's a team sport. Sure, everybody puts this overvalue on a quarterback, but one man does not a team make. Okay? I hate to break it to you guys, but this season, it's going to be a shootout between you and Philly for who's going to trail up the end of the division here. I think on both sides of the ball, the Giants just have too much for you guys, and you're more along Philly's level. You guys both have some powerful offensive pieces and not much else. So, yeah. I mean, let me know, guys. Why should, outside of Dak Prescott, why should anyone take your team seriously? Why? Why should we be worried about the Dallas Cowboys? I know some people like to play the underdog. We've done it for years. It's kind of not your style because the Dallas Cowboys like to run their mouths a lot, but please tell me, what about your team should frighten us? Because from where I'm standing, I don't see anything. Thanks everybody for watching. Hit the like button. I know I'll probably get ratioed on this one, but subscribe, comment below. Please guys, let me know why we should not laugh every time Dallas comes on television. Peace.